Hi there, Mag. I'm here with my 324th Booktube video, and today I'll be bringing a review for Batman Arkham Unhinged Volume 3, and this contains a series of stories written by Derek Fridolfs set in the Batman Arkham City game. Now, I would say straight off the bat, you don't necessarily have to have played the game to enjoy this book. It's still a series of Batman-related stories with some identifiable characters from Gotham. But I'd say at least read the Wikipedia page on Arkham City just to get an idea of the setting. And as I said, this is volume 3, but as they're short story collections, it doesn't really matter on what order you read them in. They're just other stories that could have featured within the confines of the game. I'll quickly go through the stories. So the first one was Clown Court, where all the villains gather together and basically they're trying Joker for pushing them into the situation that they're in the first place. Effectively, a good chunk of Gotham City is now Arkham City. Basically, there's a great big wall around the entire place, and all the criminals and political criminals and everybody who is deemed not fit for polite society is thrown in there. However, there's far more going on than just that, obviously, being Gotham. And the inhabitants are all blaming the Joker for this. And so there's a sort of a kangaroo court. It was alright. I don't think it was the best story to start off with. And certainly I struggled to know when, during the game, it could have taken place. Next up is Repentance, and this is set at the church where the medical staff are holed out. Where basically they are under siege by most of the inmates of Arkham City. Batman steps in to save the day, but I think he's slightly distracted or otherwise engaged, and so Azrael steps in. And you get a little bit of a flashback about Azrael's origin story and who Azrael originally was in this case. And yeah, it was a nice sort of timey-wimey, this is where they came from, this is where they are now, who they are, and why they're doing what they're doing, plus a bit of action and based on the siege type adventure as well. So that's pretty good. And that was clearly set after the mayor was thrown into Arkham City and Batman had to rescue him. It's even referenced at one point in the story. And then it's Eviction Notice, where we get a bit more of Black Mask's story. In the game, there are a few extra challenges you can do, or quite a lot of extra challenges you can do, whereas you've got to beat up a whole bunch of guys, or you've got to do your Predator attack, take out all the guys in the room without being seen, type challenges. And they all take place in various areas around Gotham City where you've already played. But there's two toward the end, which are based, one's in a facility, and one's on a moving train, and it's an annoying sideways scroll combat system. And they follow Black Mask. I said, well, what the hell's he doing there? He's got nothing to do with anything. Eviction Notice, fill in those gaps and explain just what he's doing there. I don't know if it was going to be extra content they didn't get around to do, bearing in mind that they keep throwing extra content into the game. It's Black Mask's story, so I really appreciated that little addition there. And that's all set before the events of the game, and indeed the final panel is with Bruce Wayne being admitted to Arkham City. And then we have Beloved, another prequel, and this one is following Ra's al Ghul and Talia, basically Batman meeting Talia for the first time and the beginning of their infatuation, and Batman falling into Ra's al Ghul's radar. And so it's a nice little intro into that, and it's a pretty decent prequel to the game. And then it's Uninvited Guests, and this is more of Dr. Hugo Strange's story, but also has the assault upon the Wayne Mansion, which is another extra challenge you can do is defend the mansion, a scene that you don't see in the entire game, and it's a case of, well, we've got this extra setting, what's going on there? You actually get to see a story set in defending the mansion, and it follows Robin and Nightwing doing so. So that's really good. And again, a nice little prequel, set up to how Arkham City came to be and the person behind it, as well as a little bit more justification for having this random arena that you get to play in for one challenge. I think we meet Robin and Nightwing actually doing a simulation run in the Batcave, which is another setting you get to play in, and then we have one up in the house for real. And then finally there's Endgame, which follows directly on after the events of the game, but just before the in-game sequel where Robin goes in to deal with Harley Quinn and the situation there. I can't say much because there's massive spoiler in that one, but a thing happens at the end of the game which results in a situation, and it's the aftermath and the knock-on effect of that situation. And the final panels in that are literally the opening cinematic scene of Arkham Knight, the third game in the series. The artwork is pretty good, and let's certainly say true to the look of the game, of the henchmen wearing the masks, of the various leaders that they follow. You can identify the buildings from the game. So, I said the church is really clearly there. The cityscape itself is very recognisable from the game. And, of course, all the characters, this iteration of Catwoman, this iteration of the Joker, and all the rest of it, they are recognisable from the game. Really enjoyed it. The art is mostly consistent with that. I think, like I said, they've got the same writer for the stories, but I think the artists do change a bit from story to story. And it's not until Endgame where the art style does change a little bit more. Find a picture that isn't too spoilery, quite dark and grainy, but still really good. Highly recommend this if you're a fan of the game. Highly recommend it if you're a fan of Batman, or highly recommend it if you like a series of short stories set in a common theme. In this case, the Arkham game. We'll definitely look out for books 1 and 2 of the series. Worth buying. So there you go. Have you read Batman Arkham Unhinged? Books 1, 2 or 3? I don't even know if there's a 4th one. Have you played the game? Or which is your favourite game of the Arkham trilogy? Arkham Asylum, Arkham City or Arkham Knight? I like them all. I think City is the one that I prefer. I just managed to get 100% completion on the game. So yay me. Just got those damn Steam achievements to go for now. Touching to the bloody calendar man all through the year. Anyway, comments down below please. But as usual, if you have nothing nice to say, then please keep it to yourself. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe and other YouTube things. And if you want, and until next time, see you later.